welcome to episode 47 of Series 6 of Master League Story Mode. So quick update as to where we are. We do not have very many games left this season. We have 3 games remaining, 2 of which are at the Majestoso, and it's our most difficult game that finishes this episode. I think I'm going to play the 2 games regardless of what happens. Yeah, that's the most difficult game we've got remaining this season. But Flamengo, languishing in 13th after selling Gabigol. They're not so much of a threat as you would have expected them to be this season, but we play them at the Majestoso. But before that, we have to take on Ceara at their home ground. They are bottom of the league, so in theory that should be a win. And as we know, our rivals for the Serie A title, I can't believe we're in this position, but we are. Corinthians have got a difficult run-in, to say the least. Santos, not too much of a problem. They're not having a great season, but as we take on Flamengo at the Majestoso, they'll be away from home at Palmeiras, who I believe are still in 3rd. They are one of the better sides in the league. And then the final fixture, hopefully it comes down to the final fixture. They're inviting Internacional, another huge side, arguably one of the favourites this season. So those final 2 games for Corinthians could easily be 0 points for them. That's quite conceivable. And we've got 3 very winnable games. But obviously that means nothing unless we beat Ceara today in the first game of our episode, and we are away from home. Have we got any messages to look at? We do. Potentially Campuzano, I'm guessing here, is tired from his international duty. Ibanez is now a leader. I mean, the headmaster has been, much like the headmaster is a leader of a school, the headmaster has been the leader of our defence. Probably, I would say, one of our top 3 best players this season. I don't think that's too much of a stretch. But we just need him to keep cracking on this season. An interesting bit of news there, Matthias, potentially some interest from China. That's totally imaginable. I can absolutely see him going to China for a big payday, and he deserves it. He's got lovely hair and a rich father. He deserves more money. And on the eve of Zico's final big press conference of the season, where he said anything can happen in the league, let's get into it, shall we? And it is a big journey for us today to take on a side known as the Vazao, the Big Grandpa. Yep, 1,740 miles north for Ponte Preta to take. It's the longest journey we will have this season to the city of Fortaleza, and I mean, they're unsurprisingly rivals of Fortaleza, who we've also played. But yeah, a big trip, plenty of time for us to think about our fate this season, plenty of time for us to consider how important these final 3 games are. Although we are behind, we've got a real opportunity to just finish with 9 points, put the pressure on Corinthians. It's not in our hands, but it feels like it sort of is. And Ceara are a side who finished 16th last season. They were only 1 spot away from relegation after finishing 15th the year before. So they are a team. They're a Serie B side, really, aren't they? Much like us, they've got no titles. They're certainly not going to win any this year. And we would just love to give them a good spanking, really put the fear into Corinthians regardless of how they do today. But we've got some poor form in the defence to start off with. The headmaster, now a leader. I mean, does that have it? I think that will have an effect on team spirit. We could bring in Bruno for Gabriel. Yeah, might as well. Takes us up to 92 team spirit. Arnaldo, Luis Fernando want to take them off the bench, and Paulo Ottavio actually. Pedro Castro is going to miss out there. The question is, what do we do in the midfield? Because Campuzano, as many of you pointed out in the comments of the last episode, had a really, really good showing in that box-to-box midfielder position. He is much better than Igor. And Luis Fernando, as a pure defensive midfielder, is the best player we've got in this side for that position. So I think we're going to go with that. Everyone else keeps their place. Ibanez, even on a downward arrow, I think we can depend on him. Ceara, yep, as you would expect, 60s in the majority of positions. How they stayed up last season, we'll never know. By the numbers, this is a game we should absolutely be winning, but we don't want to count any chickens. We've got Arnaldo on a blue ready to come on. Maybe we can rely on him, but come on. This has to be a win. Out of the 3 games remaining, this has to be 3 points. Let's do it. So here we are at the Arena Castelao in the city of Fortaleza. 63,000 capacity. This is a big stadium, actually. This is a big stadium. I don't know whether this is one of those sort of shared ones. Maybe they share it with Fortaleza. But it is packed to the rafters today as one of the big competitors in the league, the most unlikely of competitors, Ponte Preta, the Black Bridge. We've come a long way, haven't we? Come a long, long way. And this could be the game that ruins it if we don't win it. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's play hard. Let's get the win. Oh, that's very, very poor. No pressure at all on Ceara. And that is a kick straight into touch. And we'll get possession back here. Mara Jr. been in better form recently. Oh, dances away there. Somehow he's come away with that. Now Mara Jr. Oh, so dangerous here. Ball inside to Mlsm. Lovely first touch. Oh, thoughts. We've got a better connection on that. Unlucky. Great work, Mara Jr. though. Campuzano inside to Luis Fernando. Oh, lays it into the path of Mara Jr. Into the box here. Lovely footwork. Oh, come on. Some great work from Mara Jr. so far. Luis Fernando puts it into his path. Lovely footwork there. Just missing that final bit of quality. I mean, that has been the story of his season. He's looked 90% an absolutely world-class player, but that final 10%, which involves picking a pass or finding the back of the net, just doesn't look quite right yet. But he's still young. Still time to improve. There's Fernando. Asano. Oh, lovely. Oh, could it fall? Almost does. Takuma Asano there with some magic. Abner ball in. Mlsm can't get to it. Abner now streaming forward. Unlucky not to score in the last episode. Good ball into Mara Jr. Takes it on the run. Lovely touch there. Looking for Takuma Asano. Oh, lovely. Oh, and Asano's shot is saved well. We are all over them here in this first 24 minutes. We are looking far the better side, which we are. We really should be winning this. Abner into Mara Jr. Puts his foot on it here. Back to Abner. He can whip a ball in here. Asano at the far post. Abner keeps it alive. Quidzi. Lovely footwork. Thiago Real. Oh, saved by Richard. We keep pressing. It's 2 or 3 chances now for Ponte Preta. We're knocking on the door. Oh, Campuzano. An absolute warrior. A Colombian general if ever we've seen one. And now Thiago Real. Oh, it's all opened up for him here. Into Mlsm. Can't find his way through. But Jimmy Quids will have another effort here. But 46 minutes into this first half. Thiago Real unable to beat Richard. He's got one of those hilariously English names for what I'm assuming is a Brazilian keeper. And 0-0 is the scoreline here. But I'm sure the stats will show us absolute dominance from the away side today. Yep, Ceara unable to register a shot of any sort. I mean, 47% possession, you'd expect them to at least have one shot. But we've absolutely dominated here. Surely a goal is not far away. Let's not panic, we've got this one. Come on. Easy cut out for Abner there, and now Mara Jr. is launched forward. Oh, steps away from Fabinho, rides the challenge well. Fabinho, though, with a second bite of the apple, wins it back. Oh, and that's actually a really good ball through to Leandro. Ibanez across. Doesn't deal with it. Oh, Ricardinho now in a position to shoot. Ivan takes it under control eventually. Bit of a worry there. A bit of a worry, but a bit of a freak counter-attack there. We're still well in control of this one. Abner inside to Quidzi. Finds Mara Jr. allowed to turn. Into Mlsm. Can he hold it up here? He does really well to find Campuzano. Always cool, calm and collected in possession. That's great work. Now Mara Jr. with a little pocket of space to work with. Oh, just can't quite pick out Abner on the overlap. Really unlucky there. Good build-up from Ponte Preta. And Ceara go long. Oh, Bruno Vini, you've overcommitted there. We could be in trouble. Bruno, you've got to sort him now. Bruno, that's your man. Bruno. Oh, he's done well. Put it out for the corner, but he's got back. Fair enough. Fair play. 65 minutes on the clock. The home side looking a lot more dangerous than they did in the first half. Ball into the box here. Ibanez. Untroubled there. Oh, and the shot is wide. Fernando lays it off into Campuzano. Now Marcinho completely not involved in this game at all. Almost muscled off it there, but does well. Ibanez inside to Quidzi. That's a good ball. Now Mara Jr. back into Jimmy Quids. Into a dangerous area here. Low ball in. Asano! Yes! Takuma Asano! What a wonderful goal! We were struggling there. We really were struggling. We weren't creating anything. But Quidzi into Asano. 2 of the OGs of this side. 2 of the very original players. I mean, Asano was a new signing, but he's been there right from the beginning. And it's great work there. Quidzi starting the move. Lovely ball from MJ into space. And then it's a low drilled cross into Takuma Asano. And that is a lovely finish from him. Oh, good ball out to Carletto. Marcinho's there with him. Oh, and gets a good foot in. Great work from the right back, and he finds Campuzano through the centre, the Colombian. The form player in this side. Streaking away here. And find, Maro Jr., not quite. MJ edge of the box. Thiago Real out of his feet. The curler. Oh, good save. He's always got that in his locker. It's always a danger. Time nearly up here. Marcinho back out to Takuma Asano. He's got Ziggy in the centre. Inviting ball into the centre, but Ottavio will cut it out. But that will be full time here in Fortaleza. It's been a long journey for Ponte Preta. But we get the absolutely huge 3 points today. Thanks to a good finish from Takuma Asano and lovely work from Quincy to set it up. The question is, how did the Corinthians do today? Out of the 3 games they have remaining, the game today against Santos is by far the easiest one. It's going to be very interesting to see how they perform today. Maro Jr. had a good game today. Probably deserved a little bit more. Maybe an assist or a goal. But, you know, again, we take the 3 points. We take the win. We were dominant. We absolutely deserved it. There's no questions there. And good performances all round. 6s for everyone. We all feast today. Ziggy, no real chances for him. Thiago Real with the assist. And Takuma Asano. I mean, in terms of average rating for the season, he's got to be up there. The amount of assists and goals that he's had surely combined outranks even Ziggy. I don't know, that's going to be close. It's going to be a close one. And there we go. So a 1-0 win for us. And... a 0-0. Santos holding Corinthians, holding the leaders at home. That sets things up very, very nicely. A 2-point lead is very, very small. Going into 2 huge games for Corinthians, up against 3rd place Palmeiras and now 7th place Internacional. They're playing for a Copa Libertadores spot. Palmeiras playing for pride at this point, really. They're pretty much guaranteed, or they're guaranteed Copa Libertadores. But yeah, they can do us a huge favour, but we absolutely have to overcome Flamengo today. And what an emotional game this will be for Zico as we take on his side. The side that Zico built, Flamengo, this time at the Magisto. So we played them at the Maracanã. I think we did beat them this season. I'm fairly certain we did. But let's never forget how big a club Flamengo are. I think, having looked at things, I mean, it's debatable, isn't it? But, I mean, they are the most supported club in Brazil. Let's say that. 23% of football fans in Brazil were surveyed in 2018 to be considered themselves supporters of Flamengo, with huge levels of support in the north and the northeast regions of Brazil, not just in Rio, where they are based. And obviously, when it comes to PES, I mean, this is a significant side in that they are the birth club of PES legend Adriano, who started his footballing journey there. I mean, what more do you need to know about this historic club? Messages, Maro Jr. is now a team player. Good work, good stuff. And that's all we need to know, I think. We just need to get into this one. This is massive. Do we pull out the throwback? I think we probably do. It's been a while, but I think it's worth it. We would love to get the win today. So as I mentioned, Flamengo travelling here, not far at all, from the city of Rio. And once again, a reminder that this is the reigning champion. They finished first last season after finishing runners-up the season before. And despite the fact that Gabigol has left, which has obviously hampered them massively because they're having an awful season this time around, it's a team full of quality. Vitinho, ex-Liverpool man up top. I mean, Everton Ribeiro, Di Arrecheta. This is an incredible side. I mean, much like, who else was it who is hugely underperforming? I don't know. Who was it we played? Not sure, but one of many sides this season that are playing well below where they should be. I think we're going to go with Fernando and Campuzano again. I'm sorry, Igor, I can't believe we're doing this to you. He's been a mainstay of this side, but he drops to the bench again. I think that's all just about okay. And everyone else's form is good to middling. 89 team spirit will do for us today. Yeah, this means so much to us. It has to be 3 points. Let's go. So here we are on a beautiful day in Campinas, and I think I can just hear in the distance the rumbling of a passing train. You might remember that I mentioned it in the intro. Obviously, Ponte Preta's history is entwined with the history of the railway workers in Campinas in this region. This stadium was literally built by the hands of these working class heroes, railway workers, And there is a legend that if you hear or see the train passing by before a game or during a game, that it's good luck for Ponte Preta. And my, do we need some good luck today. We need Corinthians to slip up, and we need a win against this really, really top side. But if we do, then who knows what can happen. Come on, the train is rolling. Let's do it. Oh, Quidzy, lovely ball there into Mara Jr. Looking for Takuma Asano, already into a dangerous possession. Steps inside. Oh, what a save that is. Incredible save. Lovely work from Takuma Asano. Really unlucky not to cap that off with a goal. Ooh, that's rash there. Gabby. It's a straight yellow for him. I mean, he stopped the attack in its tracks. We were very nearly hit on the break there. That is... I mean, that's really late. Good ball into Vitinho. Danger here. Ibanez doesn't get anything on it. Oh, it's hit the post. What an effort that is from Vitinho. Would have been a stunning start to the game, but Rodney can put a ball into the box. Gabriel heads away. We can get a touch to it here. Wow, that was very close. That was really very close. Marcinho now looks to put it into space, but that's a poor ball. Still the danger comes here. Everton Ribeiro. He's a top player. Gets it out of his feet. Another huge save there. Abner's not going to get to that. Rodney gets there. Abner puts a shoulder in and does enough eventually, but we are hanging on here. Really strong start from the visitors. Mara Jr. though will pick this up from Mlsm. Oh, Quella, what a tackle that is. Ivan, good distribution out to Abner. Mara Jr. finds him again, and Abner now at full pace. He's got enough to get away from one. Has he got enough to get a good ball into the box? He has here. Mlsm, lovely touch. Oh! Get in there! Getting Ziggy with it. No. Getting Ziggy with it. No. Getting Ziggy with it. Come on, what a goal that is. And it's a combination of three of our most exciting players of this series. Abner, driving run down that left-hand side. A wickedly accurate ball into Takuma Asano, who played it very coolly into Mlsm. One touch out of his feet and then curls it beautifully. You could say it was against the run of play. Ziggy let it run through there nicely. And that is a very, very smart finish from the top scorer in Brazilian football at the moment. Surely there are going to be teams from all over the world looking at this boy now. But for now he's ours, and for now he's scored in a huge game to give us a real chance in the league this season. What are Corinthians doing right now? We'll never know. Oh, Ibanez, what a challenge there. Preventing Vitinho getting anything on that, but Quidzy's made a mistake here. That's a lovely ball over the top into Vitinho, but Luis Fernando is there. What an important part of this side he's been in recent games. Marcinho, lovely touch away from Bruno Henrique. Down the line now into Takuma Asano. Good work from him. Oh, Marcinho on the overlap. That's beautiful work. Inside to Mlsm. Rodolfo heads away only as far as Marcinho. Thiago Real now into Campuzano. Out of his feet. Gets the shot away. Easy save for Ceara, but it's good work here. Half an hour gone and the Majestoso is rocking. Come on, let's just keep the momentum going. Let's get a second before the end of the half. That would be huge. Oh, Vitinho lays it off. We're in trouble here. Bruno Henrique. Scrambling to get to this one. Oh, they're all flooding forward here. Rodney into the box. Dangerous ball. It's over the top of everyone. Literally everyone. And Campuzano, no, Marcinho will get to it. That was worrying. Chance here. Ibanez, cool as a cucumber. And that'll be half-time here at the Moises Lucarelli. I can hear the train a-calling. It's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen a win of this sort since I don't know when. I'm just really hoping it's a win. I mean, it's not a win yet. I haven't seen a win yet, but a pretty good start to one. We're the better side so far, that is true. Just going to keep it going. Oh, Luis Fernando, you absolute bully. Can you play Mlsm in here? Oh, Mlsm's still got it. Into Takuma Asano. Oh, yes! Takuma Asano. What a wonderful goal. Takuma Asano. I can't believe it. I'm absolutely ecstatic. It's not pretty at all. Mlsm battling there. I really thought Asano was offside. Somehow he was able to pause the matrix there and stay onside. I mean, there must be millimetres in that. Mlsm just didn't give up there, did he? I mean, Asano somehow just stopped. He was really aware. Great finish there, and it's 2 today for Ponte Preta. This was the big test, and there they are, combining again. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. Let's do this, come on. 52 minutes on the clock. Let's see him off, let's finish this. Gabriel, big header away. Junior can't get to it though. Now Rodinei, able to cut inside. Vitinho on the turn, good effort. Flashes it, not far wide. Let's keep it tight, come on. Marcinho into Quidzi. Quidzi into trouble there. Darasheta now, the danger man, Ribeiro, a lot of quality here, and the shot shoveled just wide by Ribeiro. They're really trying to find a way back into this. MJ, the footwork. Goes away from Ribeiro, that's lovely. Abner will hold it up here. Back out to MJ. Ball is flighted in, it gets a deflection, Rodolfo will head away. Luis Fernando on edge of the box, oh, he's given that a good old hit. The deflection will fall kindly for Marcinho, who gets there ahead of his man. Marcinho's ball into the box. Campuzano will pick it up. Campuzano still now forcing his way through. No. Come on, it's alright, just keep the ball. Oh, really poor clearance. Campuzano just nods one in towards Thiago Real. Asano will get to it. Can he square it here? Keeper does well. Rene under pressure. Has to clear. We've got him pinned back. Oh, but Bruno Henrique gets there. Oh, that's a good ball through to Vitinho. Gabriel needs to get this right, and he does. Just turns on the afterburners when required. Final flurry here of excitement from Flamengo. It'll surely only be a consolation now, but they can't even get that as Marcinho jumps in to win it. He finds Campuzano in a bit of space. Campuzano looking for Mlsm. Oh, just couldn't thread the needle there. Oh, mistake though. Oh, Asano away from his man, surely! Oh, he's missed an open goal. Takuma Asano with a chance to seal it with a second for him on the day. He did everything right, he won it back. Dummy away from his man on the left foot, all the goal to aim for. That is a howler, but thankfully I don't think it's going to matter. Time is up here at the Majestoso, and there it is, a 2-0 win. Zico will be very, very happy there. Flamengo are happy about something. I mean, I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm guessing that means Copa Libertadores for them. Must have been another game that went their way. I can only see that could be the only possible reason he would be celebrating so wildly. But yeah, we dominated today. Asano should have started the game off there with a goal. We look great. We look absolutely good enough to be champions today against a good side in Flamengo. We dominated. We're absolutely loving it at the moment. This Fernando Campuzano midfield, it's changed our side. I have to say, Igor, it's with a heavy heart that I admit maybe we just played you a little bit too long. Maybe the step up was too much for you, because Fernando doing his job there, Campuzano in the box-to-box, just works. And Asano and Ziggy today, I mean, you could have argued that both of them weren't good enough to make the step up, but they've proven that they absolutely are. The big question now is, what is the Corinthians result? Oh, it's 3-0 against Palmeiras. Unequivocal there. And it is going to come down to the last game. A win for us. Oh no, goal difference has absolutely fucked us. So a win for us and a draw for Corinthians would see Corinthians take the title. So we need Internacional to do us a huge favour. They've come off a win in the last game. We need them to take all 3, and we need to take all 3 points from our final game. It's in the balance. It's in the balance. I might do a live stream. I'll try and let you know before I do. I'm thinking as well, maybe, of resurrecting the Jermaine Defoe series with some live streams. I've got a tiny little bit more time at the moment. I am at home, as everyone is, but I do have a job that can work from home. So it's not quite as easy as being off all the time. But I might give it a go. So anyway, well, we're ending the season in the balance. We could win it with a last day win at the Moises Lucarelli. Oh, it looks like we might have an Abner dramatic improvement. Boom. Abner dramatic improvement. Lovely work. So we finished the season against Atletico Parana, who are 9th, so not a walkover, I'm sure. But if we get the win and Corinthians don't, then we win the league. It's not in our hands, but it will be an exciting end to the season, whatever happens, so join me for that one, whether it's live or not. I'll see you in a bit.